How many friends do you have? I'm not talking about the ones on Facebook or any of the other social media platforms that you consider or count in your total number of friends or followers on social media. I'm talking about actual physical individuals that you can speak to and have a heart-to-heart conversation. People who you know have your back, who are interested in your welfare, and who will tell you the truth. I'm not sure that there will be as many as the thousands you may have on social media, but I want us to talk about friendship and connection and how much we need it in our days today. My name is Reverend Kwame Rubadiri, and you are watching CITAM Church Online. A study done way back in 1985, I believe it was, for a book by Matthew Lieberman, his book entitled Social. At that time, he was looking at what's happening to the fabric of society, particularly in the Western world, where people just don't seem to have the close connections in terms of friendships that we need to be having today. In fact, that study showed that out of a total of 100%, 59%, 60% said that there were at least maybe 3 to 5 people who they could call on and count on as being close friends. And this was for people who are in their 30s, 40s during that period of time. And the 1980s, of course, was pre the internet and pre our globalization and connection through the internet and through social media. So about 3 out of 5 people, 2/3 of the people who are asked, 3 out of 5, said that yes, we have maybe 3 people, 4 people who we can count on as being friends, who I could share my heart with, who understand me, who know me, and who would tell me the truth. The same study was done in 2004, right at the beginning of the new millennium. And same numbers of people were asked the same question: how many people will you count on as being close friends who you could be absolutely open with and you could share your heart? And sadly, people came back with the number 0. Nobody. That there was no one they could actually trust, especially in the Western world, no one they could actually trust with the deepest fears and concerns of their lives. And this began to create a sense of real anguish, depression, and loneliness in society, which most people thought would be filled by, that void would be filled by social media, making connections with people who maybe had gone far away from you and now you're able to reconnect. Well, in spite of our ability to connect even more with social media in our present day, in our present age today, we really have fewer and fewer people that we can call friends. We're not connecting on a human level, we're not connecting on an emotional level, we're certainly not connecting on a spiritual level. And this is particularly hard. In the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel chapter 18, we read an account of an amazing friendship. It's perhaps one of the most powerful friendships in all of the scriptures, and certainly in the Old Testament. It's the friendship between Jonathan and David. Now, in verses 3 and 4, we read how David and Jonathan have been introduced to one another. They've met in the palace of Saul. David has been conscripted to be a soldier in Saul's army. And this wonderful friendship between David and Jonathan forms. The Bible says that their souls were knit together and that they were so connected to one another that they felt that this was the beginning of a wonderful, long, and enduring friendship between them. Now, picture this. David is a shepherd boy who, of course, has killed Goliath. Jonathan is the prince of Israel. He is the next in line to the throne of his father Saul. And the Bible says in verse 3 that Jonathan took his royal robe and gave it to David. Now, actually, there were 5 things. Verses 3 to 4 tell us of 5 different things that Jonathan gave to David as an expression of his commitment in friendship to his new friend, David. The first thing was his royal robe. And I believe that this is perhaps one of the most enduring portions of friendship and connecting. It's that you will esteem, and the other person who you count as a friend is esteemed in your eyes, almost as royalty. That you may consider yourself, or you may even be in a higher position, you may not, but in any case, you look up to this individual and you want to treat them and have them treated in the same way that you were treated. He was basically saying to David that I may be a prince, but I see you as a prince as well. You may be a shepherd boy, but God is elevating you, and I see in you what I would like to see for myself. I would like to see you as a prince. How do you see people who you want to be your friends and the people you want to be connected with? Are they beneath you? Are they unapproachable? Is it something that scares you in terms of wanting to open up and be more vulnerable? If that is the situation that you find yourself in, ask God to help you release whatever concerns you may have, and ask you to help see the person that you truly want to be your friend in the light of their elevated place in society, as somebody who should be treated as royalty, because that's who we are. We're made in the image of God, and anyone we have dealings with, we must see as being made in the image of the great King of Kings and Lord of Lords. That makes you and I royalty. So let's look at one another in that light, and let our friendships and our connection also form that same level of connection. You and I are royalty. God bless you.